It is only the boundaries of the court-martial that have been delineated by the Supreme Court. The court-martial has not been abolished. The court-martial has not been abolished. The court-martial is the one that remanded Colonel KIIZA Besigye. Now, the release of Colonel KIIZA Besigye will be ordered by the court, the appropriate court, when he is taken before that court.
Honorable Mao, when you look at Article 23 of the Constitution, protection of personal liberty, no person shall be deprived of personal liberty except in any of the following cases: in execution of the sentence or order of the court. Now here, the court ordered that Dr. Besigye should be what? Released. Now you're depriving him his liberty.
Madam Speaker, first, I hope this Parliament is persuaded that we did our duty as the Ministry of Justice. We did our duty. We responded very quickly because these letters which we wrote were about the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court did not order the release of anybody.
There is an order from Honorable.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'm at pain that we are in arguments with the Minister of Justice. We are supposed to be the custodian of the law of this country. We are here, instead of the Minister of Justice coming here to tell us the law is supposed to do this, and this is what we are doing, is standing the other side to defend what is undefendable, Madam Speaker. We expect the Minister of Justice to behave what the Parliament expects him to behave, much as you are appointed by the President. But if you are also coming here to behave like the chairman of the court-martial, we are at pain. We are at pain, Honorable Minister. We are at pain. Madam Speaker, is it in order for the Minister, who is a member of Parliament, to come here and instead of debating like a minister, is debating like the chairman of the court-martial? Is it in order, Madam Speaker?
Honorable members, honorable members, we need to solve a problem. And the problem we need to solve is about an ailing person. And secondly, using a law which is not there to keep somebody in detention. When somebody is on pre-trial, Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs, under what instruments are you using to hold Dr. KIIZA Besigye in prison?
Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, I understand the background to this matter, and I don't envy the Honorable Mao for being in this position. But I want also us to be, as we seek a solution within the law, I think we have about 3 matters to address. There is the health aspect of Dr. Besigye, but also there is wait a minute. I think we should be civilized enough to listen to each other. There's also the issue of the exercise of rights and the extent to which you can go, which really is an individual discretion, in this case of Dr. Besigye. And then the last one are the processes to effect the court decision. So, Right Honorable Speaker, as we address this question, I would want us to reconcile all the 3. Instead of, if I may say so, going back and forth and we need to craft a solution around the three. But for now, I want to report, like the Honorable Minister said, the health aspects of Dr. BESIGYE are being addressed. Yesterday,
no, Honorable Minister.
Yesterday,
Honorable members,
yes,
just hold on, Honorable Ministers. Honorable Minister is bringing a very important point that we need to get a way to solve this problem. And that is what we want. We want a problem solved. And it's leading us to a better direction. Yes. Yes, Honorable Minister. No, Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, like I said, we need to reconcile all the three. I had the occasion also to speak to Commissioner General, and he said yesterday they took the doctor to a clinic of his choice, and
Honorable members, I am still asking, under you know, I've asked a question. I am saying, under which instrument are you allowing to keep somebody in your cells? That is your property. Basically that. And that's what the Honorable Minister is saying. We need to sit down and reconcile and see how best this can be handled.
Right Honorable Speaker, until the processes around effecting the court decision,
yes,
the doctor is still in custody according to the order that took him there.
Lop. Honorable members.
Right Honorable Speaker, I thank you. Right Honorable Speaker, this morning I had a meeting with colleagues on this side, and to be honest, we were getting increasingly concerned about this, our people-centered parliament, because these are matters of the people, and we are clearly getting agitated. I am glad, Right Honorable Speaker, that we are now in unison dealing with this matter, because we have raised it severally, and we did not seem to see an end in sight. We did not think that this people-centered parliament was appearing as such. Right Honorable Speaker, there's only two ways that somebody can be held in any government jail. One, when you have been convicted and sentenced, whether it be to life or whichever number of years, legally speaking. Number two is when you have been remanded by a court of competent jurisdiction. Those are the only two ways under which somebody can be in any government jail. It is not, as some have said, a hostel. It is not some kind of hotel or I don't know what. It is only those two legally provided for means. Honorable Speaker, we have asked again and again, after the Supreme Court decision, which rendered the court-martial defunct, it ceased to be. That's one. For those who know the law, we kept asking, why has government continued to hold on to these people? And those are questions we have not gotten any answers to, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, the excuse by the Honorable Chairman Mao does not hold any water at all. For you to say that the lawyers of Dr. KIIZA BESIGYE have delayed to extract a decree, the Attorney General, whom you supervise, Chairman Mao, was the party to this matter. He is the one who appealed this matter. So for you to give an excuse, you see, we did not know what was happening. We were in our chambers waiting for these lawyers to come and serve us the extracted decree. Are you kidding me? You were a party to this matter. You are the ones who went to the Supreme Court. The Court of Appeal had determined this matter, but your chambers, sir, decided to appeal this matter. How do you then feign ignorance at this point? Right Honorable Speaker, I am glad you have mentioned, as all of us have, This is a non-partisan matter. At least it should be. I've given several examples, and I'm sorry, my colleague, I keep referring to you. I don't know if he's here. Honorable Paul Akamba, who is an NRM member. That man was granted bail by a court of competent jurisdiction, and he was kidnapped, abducted by gun-wielding goons within court precincts. He's not an opposition member, he's an NRM member, but it happened to him. That's what happens when you don't deal with injustices. And by the way, Honorable Speaker, these abductions continue to happen. Yesterday, a leader within my party, our head of mobilization, Fred Nyanzi Sentamu, was abducted in similar manner. And we're saying these things should stop because they are within the control of the state. Honorable Speaker, here is the ultimate remedy. One, I'm glad that as Parliament we are putting our foot down. This Parliament here is where we are going to fight our battles. I know we can use all other spaces we have out there, radios, TVs, and so on. But as members of Parliament, this is our #1 fighting space. And we shall use it to fight for our people. Right, Honorable Speaker, now that we have talked about the health, the ailing health, the very frail situation in which Dr. KIIZA BESIGYE is, I went to see him in jail yesterday. He could not get out of bed to come and see us. But we saw the other political prisoners, the Bobby Youngs and others, who are suffering in similar manner. Can the state give us a timeline on when they are going to release these people? That is the ultimate remedy.
Honorable.
Because the excuse there has been of, you see, we are waiting for the DPP to take over these cases. One, you're not supposed to direct the DPP. If the DPP is interested in any matter, these people should have been released and then they can be summoned. Because the DPP, right, Honorable Speaker, the DPP does not sanction court files. The DPP sanctions police files. So you cannot say the DPP is waiting for these court files to be transferred from the disciplinary court martial. That does not arise at all. These people ought to have been released a long time ago, and then the DPP could probably sanction any police file, and they can be summoned. They don't even have to be kidnapped, as we have seen happening. So, right, Honorable Speaker, the solution to this quandary, this predicament that we are grappling with, is to release Dr. KIIZA BESIGYE and all of these other NUP political prisoners that are being held illegally. I'm hoping that government will see sense in that.
Honorable members.